Alright, hello. This is going to be a video about comparing fractions and also a little bit about equivalent fractions. So I have put up 3 different fractions up here on the board, and you'll notice that the denominators are all different and the numerators are slightly different as well. Denominators tell you how many pieces are in a whole. So in this case I would have 2 total pieces, but only one of them is the one we're talking about. I have 8 pieces here, but 2 are the ones we're talking about. And I'll show you what I mean. So if I'm going to compare them, I want them all to be the same length and around the same height too. I'm going to try to get them as even as I can. So that's pretty good. This rod is going to be my fourths. This rod's going to be my eighths. And then this rod's going to be my half that I'm going to draw. So the easiest one to start with is the half, because everybody knows that half is just straight down the middle. And my numerator is 1, so I'm going to shade in 1 piece out of the 2 pieces total. So my denominator is 2. I've got 2 pieces total, and only one of them is shaded in. Now I've got fourths. I'm going to go to that one next just because I'm going to start with my lowest denominator and work my way up. So 4 would be next, and what I know when I go half and then I go to fourths, I know that 2 times 2 equals 4. So I can just take these 2 right here. So let me do it right here. I could just copy the 2 pieces, and I can split it into 2 more pieces. So I go like this, and I will have 4 pieces total. So I had my half. I knew if I did 2 more that I would have fourths. So I've got now 1/4, so I'm going to shade in 1 of those, and there we go. Now I need to do my eighths, and I see if I go from fourths to eighths, if I go from 4 to 8, if I multiply it by 2, I'll end up with 8. So I'm going to do kind of the same thing I did with my halves, but now I'm going to do it with my fourths. I make them look exactly the same, but I cut it into 2 pieces. So I cut this one into 2, 2, 2, and 2. So now if I count, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces total, which is what my denominator is. My numerator is 2, so I have to shade in 2 of those pieces. So hopefully you're noticing something here. If I'm comparing the fractions, in this case, I'm gonna start with the greatest fraction. I see that this line goes a lot further than these ones. So I know that half is the greatest. It's the largest so far. Now, when I see these, I see that even though these are smaller pieces, that actually, if I combined those 2 pieces like this, I would have exactly the same amount as my fourth. So this tells me if 1/4 and 2/8 is the same, then they are called equivalent fractions. So the way you would write it is 1/4 equals 2/8 because they are equivalent. And I know that both of them are less than 1/2. So if we were to use our less than symbol, we would have the alligator eating the largest because obviously they want more. And then I'd put 1/4. You could also put equals 2/8 since they're the same. So in this case, we have seen equivalent fractions where they're the same, and then we've also seen where we have fractions that are greater and then less than. So 2/8 and 1/4 are less than a half. Okay, if you have any questions, please, you could either leave a comment, you can talk to me before class, you can send me a message, whatever you need. All right, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.